and she will recognize our graduating class. Linda.
Thank you. Well, I had a plan to speak for about an hour. I knew you had plenty of time today, so I do have to cut it back down to 5 minutes. So I have to leave off giving you the winning lottery tickets for this weekend. So I hope you understand that I had to cut that out, but good luck to everybody for winning some. I'm here on the behalf of the Leadership Greater Concord program. The Leadership Greater Concord program began in 1992 with the first class graduating in 1993. The Greater Concord community participated in a visioning process and identified our leadership programs as a means to cultivate future leaders. The first steering committee was chaired by Jim Milligan, and the inaugural class had 19 participants. Now there are currently 540 alumni who are actively serving on local nonprofit boards and in various elected positions throughout the community. Many of you here today. Bringing their leadership skills and experience to the table, many of those alums are with us today, and we thank you for being here. Thanks to the year's steering committee for all their expertise in bringing interesting, thought-provoking agendas to the session days. Special thanks to Stephanie Feist, who volunteered to be the program's official photographer. This year's leadership program was again generously underwritten by Unitel. Thank you, Unitel, for your continued support. Before I present the graduates, on behalf of the steering committee, thanks to this year's class for their donation to the scholarship fund. I've really enjoyed getting to know this year's class, and I learned from them, and I hope they learned from me as well. This generosity will allow a future applicant an opportunity to participate in the Leadership Greater Concord program. It is now my pleasure to present this year's class. Please hold your applause until the end. In leadership class, please remain standing as I call your name. Okay. Saprita Bevins, Upton and Hatfield. Sarah Bisson, Primex. Julie Bushshaw, Merrimack County Savings Bank. Christina Carlson, Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce. Ananya Chatterjee, Bank of New Hampshire. Caitlin Connolly, Shaker Road School. Tammy Croft, Northeast Delta Dental. Matthew Demore, Sano Auto Parts. Isaac Davis, Northway Bank. John Hardy, Concord Community TV. Mark Dusty Lester, Eastern Bank. James Major, City of Concord. Laura Miller, Marketplace New England. Michelle Olivier, Merrimack County Savings Bank. Donna Parker, Make-A-Wish, New Hampshire. Susie Pegg, City of Concord. Doug Proctor, the H.L. Turner Group. Emily Ricard, Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Lynn Sabian, Capital Center for the Arts. Aaron Shake, Catch Neighborhood Housing. Steve Smagula, Concord Police Department. Lori Weaver, State of New Hampshire. And Ann Yonkers, Polka Dots Gift Boutique. Congratulations to the class of 2018.
Congratulations, graduating class. Thank you, Linda. And just out of curiosity, a show of hands, how many people in this room have graduated from Leadership Greater Concord? Look around. That's really outstanding. We are so lucky in this community. The W. Grant McIntosh Award is presented to an individual who goes above and beyond the call of chamber volunteerism and is given in honor of Grant McIntosh. Grant was somebody I met when I came to the chamber many years ago. He was very active on the board of directors, a big chamber supporter. He served as chairman of the board, and then when the chamber was going through a kind of a rough period, he served as interim president, as a staff person. Grant was a mentor to me when I first came here and became a good friend. So we thought that it was appropriate to name a Chamber Volunteer Award after Grant. And this is kind of fun because the recipient does not know that they are receiving this award. There are two folks in this room that will be recognized that don't know it. Our recipient is an active volunteer committee member of the Chamber's Ambassador Program. The Ambassador Program establishes and strengthens personal contact with new and existing Chamber members. They serve as a public relations arm of the Chamber. They're almost an extension of staff. And you've seen ambassadors wearing the blue ribbons at various events. They introduce new members, help people feel comfortable, help us out in so many different ways. This individual has served as an ambassador for 8 years with many different committee responsibilities, ranging from attending ribbon cuttings at new businesses, going to Chamber business after hours, business before hours, and other networking events. This person is always there when we call upon them. As a Scouts of America leader, he organized local scouts to repaint the Chamber's visitor kiosk that is placed in front of the State House each year. So you see that cool little red building? He was responsible for making that look so nice. He served as Ambassador Committee Chair from 2014 to 2015. All this was done with enthusiasm and an unwavering commitment to strengthen the business climate and enhance the quality of life in the Capital Region. In honor of his unwavering commitment to the Chamber and our community, please welcome Phil Donovan of Ecologic Cartridge Company to the podium to accept the Grant W. McIntosh Award. All right, Phil. Sorry, Phil.
Come on. Thanks, Joe. Thank you. I'm not usually at a loss for words, but I am now. I didn't expect that, but volunteering for things is what kind of makes a community go around. We all have our work to do and that kind of thing, but volunteerism, especially in this community, is really what makes the city happen. And I'm very proud and delighted to receive this award. I am an Eagle Scout, and I'm very involved in Boy Scouting. I try to pass the responsibility for community volunteering on to the next generation. And I also work for John Swope, who many of you know, and he taught me as an adult and a business person that it's an important thing to do too, to be a part of the community. So that's why I do it. And thank you to my wife who lets me do so much, and thank you to all. Thank you, Tim.
Thank you, Phil. It's now my pleasure to present an award to the Concord Young Professional of the Year. So this award is given to a Concord young professional who demonstrates professional excellence in their field, is committed to the greater Concord community, and is actively engaged in SIPN activities. This year's recipient has demonstrated a commitment to all categories, and her unending energy and creativity has helped shape the organization she serves. Our recipient is a graduate of the Leadership Greater Concord program and has served on various boards, including the Greater Concord Chamber of Commerce, past president of In-Town Concord Board of Directors, and our recipient has served as the chair of the SIPN Steering Committee. Her leadership has led to many of SIPN's successes over the years. A fixture in downtown Concord, she owns and operates a small business dedicated to offering affordable vintage and luxury consignment items. Her fun and engaging social media marketing drives her business to the next level. And she is continually offering her customers exciting events like fashion shows and personal growth workshops. She's a generous member of the business community who's always willing to help plan an event, donate a gift certificate for a nonprofit fundraiser, or partner with you on a project. In addition to positioning her business downtown and serving the Concord community, she has received statewide acclaim as a recent honoree of the Union Leaders 40 Under 40 program. You may have guessed, but on the outside chance you haven't had the pleasure of meeting or working with her, the 2018 Young Professional of the Year Award is presented to Alyssa Alfieri.
Thank you. This is honestly, I just want to thank the Chamber. I am a 32-year-old tattooed metalhead who took a chance on just getting involved in my community. I wanted to give back. And I really found a home here and a way to do that. And I just feel like I am a testament to, if I can do it, you can do it too. So get involved. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Thank you, Melissa. So, to present the 13th Annual Pinnacle Awards, please welcome my boss, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of the Chamber, Phil Hastings.
Thank you, Tim. It's an honor and a pleasure to be here. The tradition of recognizing an individual for excellence is not a new one. And although we honor our Citizen of the Year at the annual meeting each fall, hundreds, literally hundreds of members contribute so much time to the Chamber and our community throughout the year that the Pinnacle Awards provides a forum to recognize those folks. It is a distinct honor to recognize and celebrate the accomplishments of our Chamber members and business leaders today. The Pinnacle Awards recognize 3 businesses in the following categories: small business, nonprofit business, and business of the year. Additionally, an individual is recognized as Business Leader of the Year for demonstrating significant contributions to the community. To be considered, each nominee must actively support Chamber initiatives and be an outstanding and engaged member of our community. And we are truly fortunate to live in a city and in a region that has so many possible nominees. I do not envy the selection committee, our panel of judges who had to sift through the nominees and the possible award winners have a very daunting task. And I'd like to thank those folks. They're the Pinnacle Award winners from last year: Tom Arnold of Arnie's Place, Phil Emma of Merrimack County Savings Bank, Mark McMurphy of White Birch Center, and Mayor Jim Boulay of the City of Concord. So I'd like to thank each of those for their hard work in contributing to today's event. It's my honor to now present the recipients of the 2018 Pinnacle Awards. The 13th Annual Pinnacle Small Business of the Year is presented to Warren Street Architects, Inc., represented today by its principal architect and landscape architect, Jonathan Hawley. Jonathan? You need to stand here and listen to me for a while, Jonathan. Warren Street Architects is a top New Hampshire firm dedicated to providing innovative and sustainable architecture, progressive planning, and socially responsible business practices throughout New England. Celebrating 27 years in the design and construction industry, Warren Street specializes in a diverse range of project types and services, including architecture, planning, landscape architecture, sustainable design, interior design, and construction administration for all market types. The company began in 1990 as Sherman Grenier Hawley Ltd., founded by 3 professionals, Patricia Sherman, Douglas Grenier, and Jonathan Hawley. They shared a common goal of better shaping the built environment by the year 2000. The firm had grown to a staff of 10 by then. To better represent the growth and diversity of the professionals on the team, the organization changed their name to Warren Street Architects, Inc. in 2000, and in 2008, they modified their business structure to become one of the first employee-owned design service cooperatives in the country. This unique structure of ownership is a testament to their socially responsible business practices and innovative approach. Most recently, That includes participating in last month's renovation of the Crisis Center of Central New Hampshire's Emergency Center in Concord. As a founding member of Building on Hope, Warren Street Architects, Inc. is an integral member and lead designer of this ongoing community partnership series centered in New Hampshire, which to date has completed $3.6 million in renovations for Easter Seals, Girls Inc., Opportunity Networks, and the Manchester Police Athletic League. Warren Street Architects led the design group which improved handicapped accessibility to the Crisis Center of Central New Hampshire Emergency Shelter Building and doubled the number of beds available to survivors of domestic abuse and sexual assault seeking shelter. Another recent project of note is the Franklin Mill Redevelopment Project, a 45-unit facility comprised of 1- and 2-bedroom apartments located along the banks of the Winnipesaukee River and next to Odell Park. The project has received overwhelming support and is seen as the first step in the revitalization of downtown, serving as a catalyst for the increase in the livability and vitality of the city of Franklin. Warren Street Architects provided full architectural services from conceptual design through construction administration. Warren Street Architects has received numerous awards and recognitions, although none as prestigious as this. But they include the New Hampshire Preservation Alliance Award for the Binney Media and NH1 rehabilitation and adaptive reuse of the Walker School in Concord, the New Hampshire Home Builders Association Silver Cornerstone Award for design of the Friendly Kitchen, the Associated Builders and Contractors of New Hampshire Excellence in Construction Award, and numerous Plan New Hampshire Merit Awards, most recently for its work on the Manchester Police Athletic League, Michael Briggs Community Center in Manchester, and the Laconia Community Land Trust River's Edge Apartments. Warren Street embraces emerging attitudes focused on integration of socially responsible business practices, from the unique business structure and the many ways they approach to design, to the pay-it-forward efforts created for our community. Warren Street Architects' culture is centered on the importance of balance, giving back, and making a positive difference in our community. It is a true pleasure to award Warren Street Architects, Inc. with the Pinnacle Small Business of the Year Award.
Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Tim. I just want to say, I don't often get the chance to say thank you to my colleagues at Warren Street, and we're a firm of 12, and I'd like to, they're all here, so I'd like to recognize them. Sarah, Corey, Wendy, my partner, my wife, Lori, Zach Brock, Caroline, Kelly L., Kelly Mack, Kyle Barker, Jonathan Smith, and Leslie Thomas. We are truly a fantastic group. I just have just a quick little story, and truly it comes from a place of saying thank you. No good deed goes unpunished. Paula and Karen from the Crisis Center nominated us for this, and I truly am very, very passionate about giving back, and I think the theme here today is that we live in a community that does give back a lot. When Building on Hope took applications a year and a half ago, there were 35 applications, and we went and met with Tara Reardon and Tom Reed and staff from the Crisis Center, and they told us that they had a 5-year dream of having a domestic violence the Justice Center. And when we went back and talked about it, really what Building on Hope is about is being a catalyst. And we went back to them and said, if you make a 5-year dream a 5-month dream, we'll renovate your shelter. And I think Tom and Tara's jaws were down here in total disbelief, and I was straight-faced because I had no idea how we were going to do this. But We just finished the shelter. It's gone from a 7-bed to a 24-bed shelter, completely renovated, and it's like a show house. And this community, it just happened that Catch's building on South State Street fell through, I think on a Thursday night. Paula went and looked at it Friday. They had a P&S, and they moved in, and the Justice Center is up and running. It's a true testament to this community. That was more than a $500,000 renovation that was completely done by this community. And I just stand and say thank you to all of you for the recognition. Thank you.
The next award is the 13th Annual Pinnacle Business of the Year. It's presented today to Dupree Hospitality, represented today by the company's owner and president, Steve Dupree. We'll see if I have more words than Steve today. I think I'm on the losing end of that.
Close. I have a teleprompter coming in.
Dupree Hospitality LLC was formed in 2013 to provide local customized support and management services to the Dupree-owned hotel portfolio and manages the Concord Comfort Inn, Marriott Courtyard, Fairfield Inn, Residence Inn, the Concord Days Inn, the Grapponi Conference Center, and most recently Concord's first high-end athletic club. I've never set foot in there. 43 degrees north. The mission of Dupree Hospitality is built on the foundation of integrity, anchored in how they value their guests, treat their associates, and give back to the community. Longevity is strong within the company, with many associates reaching 10-plus years of service and one of the lowest associate turnover rates for New Hampshire in the hospitality industry. While they are diverse in the services they provide, they are united by their commitment to exceed each customer's expectations. Dupree Hospitality works to achieve a healthy planet and is committed to reducing their environmental impact by continually integrating sustainable practices into their daily business operations. The Grapponi Conference Center is the only LEED certified conference center in New Hampshire and is completely powered by solar energy. The Grapponi Conference Center's green initiatives also include producing their own honey, utilizing a hydroponics farm to grow greens served here at events, and purchasing from local farms, cooperatives, and small businesses in the greater Concord region. The Grapponi Conference Center has a strong recycling program, including providing food waste to local farms. Dupree Hospitality's hotels were the first to offer car charging stations, were early adapters to recycling programs, use salt water, low chemical pools, utilize pervious concrete pavement parking lots to limit stormwater runoff, employ high energy efficiency systems such as climate control sensors, LED lighting, and use only eco-friendly cleaning products. Dupree Hospitality measures their success by the quality of work and the lives that are impacted along the way. The company has had a profound impact on the refugee community, openly encouraging new Americans to apply for positions and build careers in the hospitality business. Providing jobs to new Americans was instrumental in creating the only job training program in central New Hampshire with a $500,000 grant, working in collaboration with Accentria. In addition, the company has been a significant philanthropist in assisting local nonprofits, including serving hundreds of meals at Christmas and Thanksgiving to those in need. Area nonprofits that benefit from Dupree Hospitality's philanthropic giving are the Boy Scouts of America, Building on Hope, Capital Center for the Arts, Coalition to End Homelessness, the Concord YMCA, Creative Concord, Crisis Center of Central New Hampshire, the Courier Museum of Art, Family Promise, In Town Concord, League of New Hampshire Craftsmen, Main Street Concord, New England Foundation for the Arts, New Hampshire Business Community for the Arts, the New Hampshire Institute of Art, St. Paul's Church, and United Way, and I'm sure there are tens, if not hundreds of more, that the Dupree organization has touched in a positive way throughout the years. Dupree Hospitality has supported numerous charitable events and community initiatives in Concord, including the 1883 Black Ice Pond Hockey Championship and Winter Festival, the Concord Multicultural Festival, Concord Community Dinner, Concord Piano Project, the Concord Umbrella Project, the Christmas tree lighting, Flags on Main Street, the Mr. Concord pageant. Are you a past winner, Steve, of that?
A judge.
Oh, okay. Just clarifying.
I'm a judge.
Good. Good. The Rock and Race, Superfest, and many more. Members of the Dupree Hospitality's management team are committed and involved with the Concord community. Each year you can find Vice President of Operations Pam Bissonette and her team serving fresh hamburgers from local farms at the Chamber's annual Funds for Education golf tournament. Dupree Hospitality's impact on the greater Concord community is a testament to their commitment of building a foundation of integrity. It is my pleasure to present this award to the Dupree Hospitality LLC. They are this year's Pinnacle Business of the Year.
I can be short of that. Thank you. I think you've heard me say before, I am the Vanna White of our organization. Angus King, the senator from Maine, was asked about his leadership style, and he said it's very simple. I hire great people, and then I steal all the credit, and I've followed that philosophy very well. It's an honor and a pleasure to be in the company of these other winners. Jonathan Hawley designed the building you're in. Everything you like about it was my idea. Everything that doesn't work here was Jonathan. There's a little joke about the LEED certification. It took a few years, but we got it. We've known Phil and Alyssa, their Forces for Energy in Town's an incredible organization, and anybody who's done anything with Cindy Flanagan knows she is a force of nature. I've worked on many projects where she says, come with me, we're doing this, and the next thing you know, you're knee-deep in a project, and that's what makes Concord great. I've been in Concord 40 years, and I think it's the best community in the state. I'm biased, I know. They don't like to hear me say that when I go home to North Conway, where I originally was from, but it's one of the most caring, wonderful communities because everybody in this room contributes. I would be remiss if I didn't just tell you that we first built a hotel in 1989, and I incorrectly thought it was a real estate investment until the first guests checked in, and Rob Moskowitz from Lindquist Hotels said, we have a guest who needs a towel, extra towel, could you run it up? It was a shock. They wanted service. It took us quite a while to learn from that, but we had a lot of help from Chris Gistis and his team. And then I would also be remiss if I didn't remember a former Citizen of the Year and a great philanthropist in Concord who was my friend. I was his lawyer first, and he became my friend, notwithstanding. And then my business partner, Forrest McCurley. But for Forrest McCurley, we wouldn't have the organization that we have today. And you never survive in this business without good counsel and good financial advice and great lending partners, and we've been blessed. I think I've been a client of Orrin Reno's for 30 years, for Nathan Wexler's firm for 40 years, and we are in a capital-intensive business, and but for some great local banks like Laconia Savings Bank, now called Bank of New Hampshire, Merrimack County Savings Bank, Provident, Northway, and CRDC, we would not have had the success we had. So I am truly the person who says, let's hire good people and then get out of the way, and that really limits my expertise. I just want to recognize, in this business, the turnover rate in the hospitality business exceeds 50% a year. Ours is down in single digits. And that's a testament to the leadership and the people we have here. And I just want to recognize some who've been here longer than 10 years. Really the brains of the organization, Pam Bissonette has been with us 18 years, Joyce McCabe, 17 years. Samantha Young started working for us when she was 14, I swear. She's been with us 14 years. Celine Mondino, 14 years, and she's from West Africa. Cheryl Lambert's been here 13 years, Julie O'Neill, 13 years, Susan Popham, 13 years, Patience Carr, 10 years from Liberia, and Kate Young, who's from Conway, and she's our controller and CFO, and when she applied for a job, she said, I've been working for you for a number of years, and I asked Pam, I said, she has? She was a banquet waitress on the weekend when she wasn't at Fidelity. And then we also have Mazambi Benita, who's only been with us 3 years, but she's from the Congo, and I like to point out our new Americans because they are what make Concord grow and make us a great community. And then there are just a few more people. We have Our staff works incredibly hard, but we have Scott Hermandinger, who's been here 17 years, Charity Skinner, 16 years, Trish Taylor, our head chef, 13 years, Henry Gomez, 12 years, and he's way beyond retirement age, but won't let me tell him that, and Kevin Walsh, 11 years. These are the people who make our company. Thank you for the honor of this award. It is for them. I am, again, just the guy who steals the credit. Thanks.
The 13th Annual Pinnacle Nonprofit Business of the Year is presented to In Town Concord, represented today by Michelle Matuzis, their Executive Director. Michelle? Congratulations.
Thank you.
The mission of In Town Concord is to promote and enhance the business environment, cultural activities, housing, and appearance of historic downtown Concord. As you can see and experience, In Town Concord is fulfilling that mission very successfully. A new vitality and richness abounds on Main Street. In 1920, the Chamber formed a retail trade board comprised of primarily downtown retailers. The two organizations worked together for decades to improve the economic vitality of downtown for the benefit of both businesses and the community. Throughout the 1970s and 1980s, there was a great deal of development activity in downtown Concord, including the renovation of Eagle Square and Bicentennial Square. Many longtime Concordians will recall old-fashioned bargain days, an event started in 1974 to help retailers. Soon after, under the leadership of Mark Manis and the members of the Retail Trade Board, Downtown Concord, Inc., or DCI as it was known, was created in the early 1980s. DCI assumed responsibility for old-fashioned bargain days and began the Downtown Dollars program, which still exists today. Old-fashioned bargain days morphed into market days and music festival in the early 1990s, and now is the signature award-winning event of the organization, attracting thousands of people daily over a 3-day period in June. The DCI Board of Directors saw the need to strategically place the organization for the future and partnered with the City of Concord and Concord 2020 to submit an application to the then National Main Street Program. In 2001, the program was accredited and DCI evolved into Main Street Concord with generous financial support from the downtown community and the New Hampshire Main Street Center. The new board of directors of Main Street Concord hired its first full-time staff member, opened an office, and established committees, work plans, and goals based on a 4-point approach of the national program. After a period of rapid growth and transformation of its summer sales events into the Market Days Festival extravaganza, Main Street changed its affiliation with the National Main Street Program, and In Town Concord was organized in 2011. In Town Concord consistently demonstrates that it is driven by its mission to promote and enhance the business environment, cultural activities, housing, and appearance of historic downtown Concord. In addition to Market Days Festival, In Town Concord also hosts other events, including the Upstairs Downtown Walking Tour, where attendees can experience a behind-the-scenes look at current redevelopment projects, Halloween Howl, an evening where Main Street is filled with children proudly wearing costumes and participating in pumpkin carving contests, and Midnight Merriment, a historic First Friday in December holiday event showcasing downtown retailers, music, and if we're lucky, Michelle and Kate even arranged for a light dusting of snow to add some holiday magic. This past year, In Town Concord brought the national Kindness Rocks movement to Concord. The movement's purpose is to create connections within communities and lift each other up through simple acts of kindness. Within hours of launching in Concord, over 300 people had signed up to participate, and This past Valentine's Day, when In-Town Concord partnered with Hearts for Kindness and the Beach Hill School to decorate our downtown with handmade felt hearts, spread thoughts of joy and love. In-Town Concord demonstrates innovation in communicating to the community and has embraced unique methods to promote Concord in truly exceptional ways. Their social media has followers from far and wide, with captivating live stream events, creative video interviews of downtown businesses and community members, online contests, and promotions. In 2017, In-Town Concord supported 13 new businesses to downtown Concord. An active and engaged board of directors and volunteers support all the activities of In-Town Concord in the spirit of celebrating downtown. Utilizing 214 volunteers with an approximate in-kind value of over $50,000, In-Town Concord partnered with over 20 organizations to bring community events and activities to our city. In-Town Concord is an organization focused on promoting downtown Concord as a destination. In-Town Concord's performance is exceptional, and its service to the community demonstrates why they have been selected as the Pinnacle Nonprofit Business of the Year. Congratulations, Michelle.
So I can't accept this award without Kate being up here with me. Because we're a
I
team.
don't have my camera.
So I think someone's going to have to live Facebook this for us because
We're a little busy.
we're used to going like this all the time. So I just want to say thank you to the Chamber. In a town filled with outstanding, amazing nonprofits, we are humbled and grateful and proud to be chosen for this award today. Without this great community, none of what we do would mean anything. We feel blessed to be part of this wonderful town with such a great sense of place. It makes our job so much easier. And if you haven't noticed, we really, really love this town. She jokes, I tear up.
Yeah, she gets a little emotional about it. I moved here from out of state, and I immediately, when I got to Concord, I just felt like this was going to be my forever home. So all of these videos that we do in the posts, they're very real and they're very authentic because Michelle and I are kind of experiencing it through a new, we're new here. So I think, we both think Concord is really, truly unique, very special. And just to echo what everybody else has said up here, the volunteer and the sense of community, you guys give so much back, and it's because of everyone here that we're able to put on these events and have this very special place to live.
And without you, it wouldn't mean anything. We want to thank the city. They're such an amazing proponent and partner with us. I mean, they're letting us do slacklining over market days this year. So if anybody
Sign
wants
up.
to join up, Friday and Saturday,
Yeah, sign up.
we're doing it. The things I do for my job. We also want to thank the community members. We want to thank the merchants. We love our downtown merchants. They're also special and unique in their own way. And our board of directors. They really understand our special kind of crazy. I'll just end with, I want to put this out to everyone in this room. I want to challenge you to bring your from away friends and relatives. Come downtown, grab a cup of coffee, catch a movie, listen to some music, eat dinner, do some shopping. But let's continue the momentum and cement Concord into being a destination for the whole region. Thank you.
Our final award today is the 13th Annual Pinnacle Business Leader of the Year. This year, it is presented to Cindy Flanagan of Concord Dance Academy. My dance career ended when I was about 3, when I realized there was something as music, and I could not move to it. But Cindy Flanagan has long influenced the creative culture in the Concord community and has had a direct impact on driving the successful transformation of Concord into a cultural destination. Cindy is a graduate of Penn State University with a BS in education and completed graduate work at Indiana State College. You may know her as owner and director of the Concord Dance Academy, which she founded in 1981. What began in a small location at 50 South State Street with 50 students, the Academy has grown and hosts 1,160 students from 40 New Hampshire cities and towns. Concord Dance Academy is currently located in the former Page Belting Company, a historic building on Commercial Street, very near to here. The school offers tap, jazz, ballet, lyrical, hip-hop, contemporary dance, and even karate. Concord Dance Academy maintains a strong value on preserving, disseminating, and enriching dance culture by providing classes, workshops, demonstrations, and opportunities for public performances. Dance education encompasses the rich traditions of the past, grounding students with a solid dance foundation, while presenting the voice of a new generation through ever-evolving interpretations of dance. I'm sure many of you here today know someone who has attended classes or is currently a student at CDA. Concord Dance Academy's auditioned competition team of 100 students has consistently earned national acclaim for quality, choreography, training, and student ability. Annually, over 2,000 parents, grandparents, friends, and family attend Concord Dance Academy's annual recital. What you may not know about Cindy is what she accomplishes behind the curtains and how those accomplishments have influenced the creative economy and cultural efforts of both Concord and the state of New Hampshire for over 34 years. In the early days of the Capitol Center for the Arts, long before the theater even opened its doors, it is my honor to present the Pinnacle Business Leader of the Year to Cindy Flanagan, Concord's Dancing Queen.
Thank you all for coming in for this wonderful applause. I would especially like to thank Safe Books Accounting, who, especially Casey Lynn, who nominated me, and I really appreciate it. But when I got the phone call and said you won Business Leader of the Year, I said, did you tell them I'm only a tap dancer? And then I thought, well, yeah, I'm a tap dancer, and I've had a business for 37 years in Concord. And everybody has a job. Everybody has a job. And everybody has a home and a family, so they have to dedicate time to their job and their home and family. But what separates you people from everyone else is your leadership. And how you lead in this community is you immerse yourself in every activity possible. You immerse yourself and see where the need is great and decide what you think that you can put your time, effort, and money into. And I always have a project. I can still hear my neighbor saying, now what are you trying to save? I'm like, well, I'm trying to save everything because I want all of the next generation and all of our children to move back to Concord and make this their home, and on and on. So it's our duty as leaders to, A, always have a project. I have a current project right now. It's an old movie theater on Main Street. Maybe you've seen it. Some of you older people may have gone there for a movie and had your first kiss there. And so this is my current project, but it doesn't need to be yours because we have parks, bike trails, we have ice skating rinks, we have everything in the city that has an opportunity for you to volunteer your efforts where you're best suited. Of course, I'm best suited for theater and events and participating in fun things, which makes the world go round. So, if you find yourself without a project, just give me a call. I know of a few right now. And I think every person in this room should have A, a job, B, take care of your family and home, and 3, find a project where you can immerse yourself within this community to make it better. So, if you don't have the time, we've got the time. If you don't have the effort, we'll put forth the effort. So, I guess if you don't have those, just send us the money. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Before we adjourn, will all the Pinnacle Award winners stay for photos afterwards? We're here. Great. Thank you again for coming. Thank you, Tim, for hosting and your leadership in the community. And congratulations to the, thank you again to our sponsors, and congratulations to the 2018 Leadership Concord, Greater Concord class. Thank you very much. Have a good day.